Please welcome the senior senator and the great senator from California, United States Senator Dianne Feinstein, United States Senator Barbara Boxer, and our next governor, Phil Angelides.
I would ask you to ask Californians to be sure of which Arnold Schwarzenegger they vote for. In Phil Angelides, you have someone who says what he thinks and thinks what he says. It's not a game to him. He grew up in this state. He loves this state. He has a vision for the future. He wants to make this state work for people who need government. And these are the majority of people. And these are the people in this state that we represent so clearly and loudly. And these are the people in this state for whom Phil Angelides will speak as governor, to see that they get a fair shake. I wanted to launch this to say thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting all of us on this platform. Thank you for being willing to carry the Democratic torch of fairness, of right, of justice, of care and concern and compassion for people. And if we're right, and if our platform is right, we will have a new governor in the state of California because the people care. You'll spread the message. So walk that walk and talk that talk. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
And the great United States Senator from California, Barbara Boxer.
Just remember this. When everyone said it could never happen, they said, oh, maybe California would elect one woman. Never two. Phil looked at his 3 daughters and he said, huh? That makes no sense at all. And we would talk about it. And he just felt it in his heart that we would start a trend. And after us, guess what? We were the first state in the history of the country to elect 2 women to the United States Senate. And then came Maine, and then came Washington State. Because Phil Angelides isn't just about talking equality, he's about working for equality for every single one of us. We know people are busy. We know they're holding down sometimes more than 2 jobs because this economy is tough. And George Bush keeps saying, oh, the economy's great, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, the economy's great. Well, the economy is great for people earning over $1 million a year. But it is not great for the middle class. Even if they're managing to hold on, they have to take harder work, more work, 2 incomes, 3 incomes per family, just to keep up with the rising costs of college tuition, student loans, health care, gasoline. Senator Feinstein and I want to work with a governor who is thinking 24/7 about how important it is to make life better for the people of this, the greatest state in the union. We want a governor who will work with us every day to improve life for all of us, regardless of the circumstances of our birth. So I want to thank you for being here today. I want to tell you we have to break through. We have to bring the Democrats home to Phil, bring the independents home to Phil, bring the thinking Republicans home to Phil, and on election night here in California, we need to bring the entire Democratic ticket home to Sacramento. Thank you so much. Thank you, Art. Thank you, Phil.
Good morning on this wonderful Sunday morning. And I just want to say this. We got 30 days to go. Last night, we saw the clear difference between our vision and the governor's lack of vision. We saw the clear difference between a Democratic ticket that's willing to stand up for hard-working families in this state and a governor who stands for nothing. Last night, we saw the difference between a Democratic ticket that will stand up for education, that will stand up for health care for our people, that will stand side by side with the teachers and the firefighters and the police officers who serve our communities, and a governor who stands for nothing except saving his own job in 30 days. Let me just talk from the heart with you about what this election's about. You know, you read the pundits, the columnists, you read the analysts. None of that matters. What matters is the choice before us. What matters is whether we're going to reach deep inside of ourselves to try to bring change to the state of California, to which the rest of the nation and the world look for hope and inspiration. So I'm going to ask you to dig deep. I'm going to ask you to make the place where the Democratic wave breaks in California on the night of November 7th. I'm going to ask you to stand up and fight for our values. The people of the state of California want a governor who is always on their side, who doesn't fake it for 60 days just to save his own job while he grinds down the hopes of middle-class Californians. Last night's debate was a turning point, and I'll tell you why. For the first time, we had the chance to talk directly to millions of Californians. And for the first time, clearly and directly, this governor let people know what he would do if he was reelected. Last night he said, when he was asked if he had any regrets, he said his regret was that when he pushed his special election initiatives, he went too fast. He said they were good ideas. So now we know if Arnold Schwarzenegger is reelected, we know it's going to happen. You know, he campaigned in the recall as Mr. Smith goes to Washington. And then he governed as Freddy Krueger. And we know this, Freddy Krueger will be back. If Governor Schwarzenegger is reelected, he's going to do what he did before. He's going to attack nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers. He's going to cut education. He's going to cut health care. But we're not going to let that happen. Governor last night said that his initiatives were a good idea. Do you think it's a good idea to put an initiative on the ballot to cut education? No! Do you think it's good to put an initiative on the ballot to restrict a woman's right to choose? No! Do you think it's a good idea to put an initiative on the ballot to take away pensions from police officers, teachers, and firefighters? No! Do you believe it's a good idea for a governor of the state of California to spend a full year attacking the working men and women who are the backbone of our economy? No! Well, then I say let's get to work. Let's do the work of building the California of our dreams. Let's go to work to make sure our kids have the best schools. Let's go to work to make sure we have health care for every person in this state. Let's go to work to once again give tax breaks to people living paycheck to paycheck, not to corporations with 10 lobbyists on their payroll. Let's go to work to secure a big Democratic victory on November